What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Carlos, a licensed broker and advisor that's helped over thousands of individuals and families get the health coverage that they need. And today we have major news coming out of CMS, the official government website that deals with, the healthcare for 2026, right? There's a lot of major changes happening to the ACA insurance, right? To the Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act in 2026. Everybody needs to know about this. The consumers out there with plans, the agents, everybody needs to know because obviously new President Trump, lots of changes. He's kind of smashing down on the Obamacare, on the healthcare industry in general. So there's a lot of changes that we need to talk about. Make sure to like and subscribe because it truly helps out the channel a lot. And there's bunch of free informational videos if you want to check it out in the description. So like, subscribe. I will see you there. Let's go. All right, so pretty much not too long ago, CMS came out with an article that pretty much shares everything that there are some things that are going to be changing for 2026. CMS takes aim to reduce improper enrollments and promote more affordable health insurance marketplace for millions of consumers. So we're going to talk about all of this. There's 10 things that you must know about right now. So starting with number one, probably the most important and the most affecting for everybody out there is that there are going to be no more year-round low-income special enrollment periods. So before, there was a thing where anybody that's under the 150% of the federal poverty level, whether that be an individual or a family, if you were under 150% of the federal poverty level, you can apply year-round, right? You didn't need to qualify for a life event in the past 60 days, none of that. So that is going to be gone. It's going to be gone starting in 2026. The only way you could qualify then is if you have another qualifying life event that qualifies you for the special enrollment period. So no more year-round low income for the SEP, right? Number two, open enrollment usually was from November 1st to January 15th, but now it's got reduced again to what it was before. So from November 1st to December 15th, that gives you 45-day window limit to shop for a health plan for 2026. So no more, procrastinating, right? No more, I need to think about it. You cannot think about it. You got 45 days. You got to pick a day to enroll because there's only going to be that small little window of time. So November 1st through December 15th, those are your open enrollment periods for 2026. Number three, this is a huge one. I really did not expect this one, but all special enrollment period applicants will require documentation upfront. So before, you could, knowing that you had a special enrollment period life event, you could just submit your documents after, but starting in 2026, that's not going to be a thing. You're actually going to need to show and upload proof to the marketplace. You could do so to me, through like agents, brokers, but you have to submit it before your coverage actually begins. So if you don't have that document, then you cannot apply pretty much. So, and speaking of that, number four is that proof of income is now due in 90 days. So there's going to be no extensions. Before, again, you could extend it if you were trying to get a little bit more time, but 90-day, it's capped. That is the limit. That's it. So really, so many changes coming out of this. I mean, they're really, especially the Trump administration, I think, is just cracking down on this. So lots of things to look out for. Let's continue. At number five, we have there is no subsidy given to you if you haven't filed your taxes. So if you previously didn't file your taxes, you cannot apply for Obamacare, for ACA insurance. All these systems are connected. So to actually even make an account through healthcare.gov or for your agent to enroll you, they need to kind of verify you a little bit. The system verifies you. So if they do not pick up a tax policy that was done from you, you will not be able to apply. So again, they're cracking down. Number six, this is a huge one. So number six, let's switch back to the screen here, is that there's a new $5 premium for auto renewals, right? So let's say you had a $0 plan, right? And you don't speak to your agent, you don't really do anything, everything remains the same. You can no longer do that because you're going to get hit with a $5 monthly premium. So to protect against consumers being enrolled without their knowledge and consent, the rule proposes that when an enrollee does not proactively verify their ongoing eligibility for a fully subsidized plan, marketplaces must continue to re-enroll that individual into the same plan. Pretty standard stuff. But must also reduce the amount of advance payment of the premium tax credit by $5. This will require the enrollee to take an active step and pay a nominal $5 monthly premium until they confirm or update their eligibility determination, ensuring that they are aware of their enrollment in this coverage. So what's happening is that lots of agents, brokers, they're pretty much letting policies auto-renewal, letting people enroll. Some people don't even realize that this is happening, but they just re-enroll into another plan, or the agents do so by themselves. That's not a thing anymore, right? So you have to proactively enroll yourself into a new plan for 2026. You can't just auto-renew, right? So you're gonna get hit with a $5 monthly premium. So that is a huge one. So if you have a $0 monthly plan right now, make sure you contact your agent or broker to avoid that in the future. So number 7, CMS will suspend agents for misconduct. So a lot of the things that I've seen as an agent and broker myself is that the CMS and the marketplace in general is really cracking down on agents. The whole enrolling clients and the whole application process, as some of you agents may know, it's gotten difficult, right? It's starting to kind of be more restrictive, and everything is more legit, which honestly I favor it. That way there's not a mess. Before, just 2 years ago, it was the Wild West. Everybody was stealing each other's policies. It was a mess. So I'm really glad that they're taking this step and they're kind of making everything stricter, right? So for those who do good, perfect. For those who do bad, they're getting punished. So I love this. Number 8, silver plans may be better. So silver plans are going to have, according to the CMS, lower deductibles and lower copays. So did not expect this one, but it could be a little better. Obviously, you have to have that income range where a silver plan is good. That's not necessarily everybody, but for those of you who are in that income range, 100, 150%, maybe closer to 200% of the federal poverty level, that's a great news. So number 9, DACA recipients will lose eligibility. It says it here, right here. To advance President Trump's EO on ending taxpayer subsidization of open borders, the proposed rule would also revert to a previous definition of lawfully present. So you need to be lawfully present in the United States to get health insurance that exclude deferred action for childhood arrivals. So recently, before, it allowed you to enroll clients like this, but not anymore. Especially a few months ago, I started seeing it when I was enrolling clients. It would show you that it's no longer. They reverted it quickly. The rule lasted a very short period, returning to the previous definition in effect from 2010 to 2024. Would ensure that taxpayer dollars to subsidize ACA coverage go only to lawfully present consumers who are eligible to enroll in subsidized coverage through the marketplaces. So there, if you did have it, somehow you squeezed in there through DACA recipients, you can no longer have that coverage starting in 2026. So kind of sad, but I mean, again, President Trump is really cracking down on the ACA and really changing it. I don't believe they're going to remove it. It's almost impossible with these healthcare giants that pretty much control everything, but he is changing it a lot. And number 10, which I also agree with, to be honest, gender affirming care will be excluded as an essential health benefit. At least that's what it says here. So it says CMS proposes a policy that would add sex trait modifications to the list of items and services that may not be covered as essential health benefits beginning in plan year 2026. I may lose some followers for this, but I do agree with this. So, again, Republicans are usually like this as well. So, it's pretty much crazy. So those are the 10 major changes that are happening for 2026. In a good way, in a way, it is good that Trump and their administration is cracking down on health coverage, but it's also could be seen as bad. There's some goods here and some bads. I won't really go into which is which, but it's a crazy time. But that usually happens when there's a transfer of ownership. So it's a new president, new rules. So I guess we just gotta deal with it and work around it. So Thank you all so much for watching. Those were the 10 major changes coming to the ACA insurance in 2026. If you found this helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It takes 1 millisecond to do all of that. So thank you all so much for watching. There's a ton of free informational videos in my channel, so make sure to check it out. Any questions you may have, let's talk in the comments. I will see you all in another video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.